Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the beautiful campus of Westchester Community College, really a very, very special place. I'm State Senator Shelley Mayer, and I'm so pleased to be here today to award the New York State Senate Veterans Hall of Fame Award to Josh Gaccione. And I'm joined by a number of wonderful people who are part of this award. And I'm going to read Josh's bio in a second, but let me just say two things. Normally, this is done pre-COVID in Albany in a beautiful ceremony where each of the veterans nominated by each of the 63 senators is provided an opportunity to really shine and to bring their family. So thank you, Gina, for being here. And we wish your baby daughter was here, but we're welcoming her when you all come to Albany. And we have a beautiful ceremony, and we read your bio. You get acknowledged by all of the senators and their guests, and then we have a lovely lunch afterwards. And because we haven't been able to do it during COVID, I wanted to be sure to take this opportunity in a public way to acknowledge you, your extraordinary contributions to the veterans community, to the students here at WCC, to all our current veterans and returning veterans, and to your future, which we know is so bright, and we have great high hopes for you. So we're joined here today by a number of important people in the veterans community in Westchester. Reverend Viviana Gaccione is currently director of the Mount Vernon Veterans Program, but has just been nominated by Governor Hochul to be the state director of Veterans Affairs, and we are absolutely thrilled to have her from Westchester as the new director. And we're going to ask her to say a few words. A very good friend of mine for many years, Vito Pinto, former county legislator, former recipient of this award, I understand, and also one of the two people who nominated Josh for this award, and thank you. We'll ask you to say a few words. Bob Foster, commander of VFW Post 2285, who also nominated Josh, and Dr. Belinda Miles, the president of WCC, a real pathbreaker in her own right, who has helped right the ship of this beautiful community college and bring it back to its purpose. And I have to say, as a person from Southern Westchester, this is the school of choice for so many high school students in our community who can afford to come here, who can still live at home, who can have such a high quality education and then go on, if they wish, to have another 2 years and get a degree. So it's a pleasure to be here. So before we bring on Josh, I want to say two little stories about him, which I reminded him today. One is, I was speaking at WCC probably 7 or 8 years ago in a program, and we were talking about vets, and someone said, you have to go outside and go to the table of the vets program at WCC and meet this guy, Josh. And I went out, and he was automatically clear to me this was a powerhouse of a program that, as opposed to just being there, took people in and served them with the passion and the understanding that many vets need as they return. So I had that. And then, as I say, as a personal point of privilege, my hair colorist, who I have a great relationship with, like many women, her son was in your program and raved about it to her, to me, every time I went. And I know what you did there, just as I'm saying. You kept him engaged. You kept him in this program. You kept him going to college, and now he's able to go to college beyond getting his degree here. So that is sort of the personal story, and I do want to talk about your professional story. So Josh, if you will come up for a minute while I read your bio, and then we'll have some other brief speakers about your history. So Josh Gaccione was a sergeant in the United States Army. He's had a distinguished career both in the military and as a civilian, dedicating his life to service to our country and our community. And it's fitting that we do this during this week of Veterans Day. As a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Mr. Gaccione was among the first units deployed into Afghanistan in 2002 and into Iraq in 2003. As the non-commissioner officer in charge of intelligence for the 3rd Battalion, 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment, he gathered intelligence across numerous channels to plan and support combat operations. Among other accomplishments, he oversaw the currency exchange in Babalkhand Province, Iraq, which worked to stabilize the Iraqi economy in 2003. After leaving service in 2004, Mr. Gaccione continued to serve the veteran and military community throughout Westchester and the Hudson Valley. He's a prominent voice on behalf of veterans in our community. He is currently the Director of Student Support Services here at Westchester Community College and oversees veteran services, assisting veterans and military affiliated students with all aspects of their reintegration process. This includes the development and implementation of Veterans College Success. This is a 3-credit elective course tailored to address the concerns of student veterans and dependents, emphasizing critical thinking, success strategies, goal setting, learning and memory theory and study skills, while exploring local, community, and national resources for veterans. An active member of VFW Post 2285 and American Legion Post 979, Mr. Gaccione serves as the Secretary for the Westchester County Veterans Advisory Council and is a board member of the Eastchester Veterans Foundation. He's a 2020 recipient of the Business Council of Westchester's Rising Stars 40 Under 40 Award, a 2020 graduate of Leadership Westchester from Volunteer New York, and is currently pursuing his doctoral degree in history. Extraordinary accomplishments. Mr. Gaccione lives in Tuckahoe, which I'm proud to say is in my district, with his wife Gina, who is here, where they are raising their 2 children, Thaddeus, who is 7, and Carmela, who just was welcomed in May of this year. So it's my honor to have Josh here today. And with that, I'd like to invite up my friend Vito Pinto to say a few words about Josh before we let the other speakers and then present our award.
Well, thank you very much, Shelley. I appreciate it. I'll be short and sweet. I first met Josh when he was in Family Services, and I was on the county board. And subsequently, I became the director of the Veteran Service Agency for Westchester County. And there was a position open here in Westchester Community College, the position that he eventually ended up being appointed to. And I was good friends with Dr. Hanks because at my early age, I was a guidance counselor at Tuckahoe, had many students, including 2 of my children, attend Westchester Community College. And I saw something in Josh that was really outstanding. A family man, a man of faith, and a man of religion. And family come first with him. And I said to Dr. Dr. Hanks, when there was an opening, please look at this gentleman carefully because I think he fits the bill completely. Without further ado, Josh was hired and the rest is history. Thank you, Josh, even for buying my house. Thank you.
Thank you, Vito. That was so kind. Thank you very, very much. And I'd like to ask Reverend Viviana DeCone to come up and say a few words. She's understating her incredible accomplishments serving veterans throughout the county, a true leader, and we're so thrilled she's been named to this position by the governor.
Good afternoon, Senator, and certainly we want to acknowledge the wonderful president of this school, this wonderful college, this wonderful body, Dr. Belinda Miles, and to all of you in your respective places. Joshua, I am so proud to be standing here as a mentee. And although I had only been here for 1 semester, you took me under your wing. And when I moved on, you did not hesitate to lead me as the excellent veteran that you are with your wonderful esprit de corps to learn how to lead other veterans at other college campuses. I think that you underestimate all of the mentees that have gone out because of your service and your excellence and your executive leadership that allowed you to put us in front of you. How many veterans have been served across this great state? And so I'm so honored and so happy and so very proud of you, Joshua Gaccione, my mentor, my friend, and veteran extraordinaire.
Isn't it nice when it's all from the heart? And that's the way it is. Thank you so much. And Dr. Belinda Miles, the president of WCC, a wonderful leader and friend. Please come to the podium.
Thank you so much, Senator Mayer. And whether I'm reading or speaking from without the paper here, it is truly from the heart. Thank you so much for your leadership, Senator Mayer. You've been a wonderful friend of the college, an advocate, a supporter of the education that we hope to bestow, and that we do so with your support. Congratulations to you, Josh. You make us so proud at Westchester Community College, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. What an honor, so well deserved. When I came to the college about 7 years ago now, I was very determined that we would refocus our student success efforts, and looking at and supporting our veterans was a part of that effort, and finding you on the staff here was such a gem. So we have a tremendous resource here, and we have programming that can support our students. You've moved from Director of Veteran Services to Director of Student Support Services as part of our evolution at the college to look at how we can better support all students. We merged those services, not having an exclusive place for the veterans, but incorporating to make more resources available to them. And over those years, we've served thousands of students, and currently we're serving about 125 students. We want them to know where they can go for the support that they need, and we're very pleased to be able to congratulate you and welcome Gina, and again to thank our supporters from the state legislature. We're very proud that Westchester Community College is also a veterans-friendly campus. We are designated that way through a national organization that looks at certain criteria that we continuously meet. So we're here for you. It's interesting to hear the comment about the high school students making us the college of first choice. But those veterans are not coming right out of high school. They're coming to us as adults, as many other adults are, as they're looking for ways to find career opportunities and services and support so that they can belong. So we do this together, and we're so grateful for this opportunity to herald your work and to celebrate and welcome all who wish to study with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josh. Okay, Josh, come back. Come back. And Gina, feel free to come and join us. No, okay, you're going to be shy. So come over here so we can see this view. This is the plaque. Hopefully you have a place for it in your house. And this is the actual plaque, Veterans Hall of Fame, recognizing Joshua Gaccione, presented by State Senator Shelley Mayer. And this is really an honor to you and your leadership and your ability, truly your ability to lead. And we have so much faith in that. And we know good things will happen to you and certainly to the veterans that you mentor and that you lead. All the best to you. Congratulations. And we would love to hear you.
Thank you. This is really an honor. Thank you. Thank you. To steal a line from one of my mentors who is not here today, Robert Foster, commander of VFW Post 2285, I kind of feel like a minor leaguer who has been called up to the big leagues here, especially given the many great women and men who I join who have received this award over the years, one of whom, as we mentioned, is Vito Pinto, one of my other mentors, former county legislator and Veterans Commissioner. Senator Mayer, thank you. I've been here at WCC for almost 9 years, and with the support of the administration, we've been able to make the college a destination for returning veterans and their dependents all throughout the Hudson Valley. We have matriculated student veterans from the Bronx up to Orange County, and even a few out of state who are finishing up their work with us. This starts with support from the top. Thank you, Dr. Miles, and for all of the administration here for supporting us, including my supervisor, Associate Dean Adam Frank. Thanks to the Foundation for tirelessly working to ensure that Veterans Services is funded. The staff I get to work with every day, especially Travis Melby, who's here in the audience, Sophia Pinheiro, and the entire staff of Student Support Services who works to ensure that the tangible needs of all of our students are met. I couldn't do any of this without you, and I mean that. You help our students, you help their families, and your work is tireless, and I thank you for that. You make my job easy. And speaking of families, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Gina, who is truly a superhero. She spends many nights without me taking care of our 2 children, Thaddeus and little Carmela. And I usually hear when I'm walking out the door and she's giving Carmela a bath, "Daddy's going to save the world again." But without you, Gina, I wouldn't be able to do any of the work that I do. So thank you. Lastly, while there are 19 million veterans in the United States, it is a small community, the veterans community, especially here in Westchester in the Hudson Valley. You know those in the community who want to help others, and those who are out there to make a name for themselves. We have several people here today who are dedicated their service in their lives to serving veterans. Bob Foster, who could not be with us today, Vito Pinto, who is here, Viviana DeCohen, who, as we've described, Mama V is leaving us to go work in Albany, but that's okay. We're very proud of you. And my personal friend, Travis Melby, who is always on board with some half-brained idea to help out veterans. Travis, get in the car, we're going here, we're going there, and he is always up for it. So I thank you all. And Senator Mayer, I'm not entirely sure that I deserve this award, but I promise I will continue to work for it. So thank you. Thank you.